So I hope by now that y'all out there realize that I love me a good old hot take. Samaria, how you feel about a hot take?
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? Ain't no reason to be scared. All it is us having outside the box thoughts and opinions and wanting to engage our audience in phenomenal conversation, right? We got to just be real about it. A bold opinion these days goes a really long way. So we did our due diligence over here and we scoured the internet trying to find some hot takes that maybe make a little bit of sense for us. And I want to ask our Fumble family which ones they feel the most passionately about. All right. So this actually is perfect for you, Samaria. Okay. Why isn't cheerleading considered a sport yet? You can't tell me flipping and throwing people in the air doesn't take more skill than half the stuff that y'all watch on TV. So the hot take there is that cheerleading is just as high energy, high performance, high athleticism as any professional sport out there. What say you, Samaria?
I'm really not sure because I think it encompasses so many things that we consider a sport. Dance. We consider gymnastics a sport. Like literally cheerleading is all of that in one little, I don't know, like it's just grouped together. So we do all of those things. And then like you said, on top of that, throwing people in the air. Just kind of dangerous. I've been to the hospital many of times. So yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. I would love to see it. Like if we're going to do flag football in the Olympics, why isn't cheerleading?
Respectfully, cheerleading is not even half the sport that flag football.
Flag football, you're not getting hit. You're running.
Oh, you never played
and
elite
somebody's throwing, and you never cheered, sir.
That's right, because I was an athlete.
See, you see why I said I was scared. Y'all see? No.
All right, let's move on to another hot take.
Yeah, cheerleading is a sport.
Yeah. All right, well, not really, but fantasy football is trash. Y'all care more about your fantasy team than the actual game on TV. It ruins the whole vibe. Fantasy football being trash is for sure a hot take. I would actually argue the counterpoint in that it has invigorated actually a new audience to actually care about watching the game regardless of who is on TV. What are your thoughts, Samaria?
Yeah, I mean, I can see both ways because I've only done fantasy twice and it has stressed me out like to the point where I'm not excited about anything because for one, the draft, I'm over here like, stressed about that. And then it's like the game itself, you care so much about what one player is doing or if somebody is going to play or if they're on who do you put on your bench? Who do you start? I just want to watch the game. So I don't do fantasy anymore because like I said, I think that I think it's ruined it. I think that sports betting is crazy. People are losing their minds over this stuff. It's not that serious.
Yeah, the passion for the game in totality is starting to wane. And that's not just in football. I love the way Kevin Durant handles fans whose livelihood and income is predicated on them hitting a parlay. So yeah, I think that there are some elements of fantasy football that have ruined a true connection and connectivity with sports fans and specific cities and markets. People are just kind of concerned with individualized players, which... I just don't think is as passionate, right? And
it just sometimes gets a little dangerous. Sorry to cut you off there. Because I'm like, when you have money involved, now if you're just playing for fun, okay. But when you have money involved and people start acting not like themselves. It's like now you really are sitting here mad at a player because they didn't play for whatever reason or their arm is broke. It's like, it's just not, like I said, it's not that serious. And at the end of the day, they go in and y'all do too.
Because then you end up like Jonte Porter. This is a great hot take concept, all right? Pro sports teams should only have players from their city and state. Imagine how much better the rivalries would be if all the talent was local. Now, you being from Georgia, y'all would put a pretty good, solid team out on a basketball court. What do you think about geography-specific teams only signing players from that market?
See, the problem is it's just going to now be very like one-sided because California, New York, I literally have it pulled up here. Like California and New York are like at the top for like basketball, baseball,
New York?
New York is up there too.
New York actually pales in comparison to New Jersey when it comes to basketball, to the DMV area when it comes to basketball, to Texas, to Georgia, North Carolina.
Texas is big too. Texas is big too. But Chicago, Texas is top 5. But I'm just saying, I feel like, oh my God, Pennsylvania is up here? That's crazy. Anyways, I just feel like it's gonna just be very like, you're just gonna have like powerhouses. So Texas, California, I'll throw Jersey, New York, New Jersey. You know, it's Florida. Florida's always good in football. Then you're going to have powerhouses because these little small states that nobody come from, who's coming from Idaho?
Well, they don't have a professional team anyway, so who cares?
I mean, well, they could.
We're talking about cities that actually currently have sports franchises and that matter.
Okay, I will say, though, that if that was the case, I think that the players would play harder. I mean, not to say they don't play hard now, but I think they're really repping like a guy I think about is like Aiden Hutchinson. He's been in Michigan his whole life, but I feel like he gives his all to the Lions because this is like his home team. And then he went to Michigan. So like, I mean, I think it makes for a great story, but I think the guys would really be playing for that name because it's like, this is my home team.
Yeah, except then all your cousins going to be asking you for tickets and stuff like that. Actually, this is a terrible idea. Oh man, you don't never get to leave home. You don't get to escape your community. Yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. I would never propose this. That would be awful. Somebody always hitting you up for tickets. Hey, cuz, I know you playing against Braun tonight. What's up with some tickets one time for your boy? Like, shut up.
And actually the Cowboys may have a better team.
Well, can't get much worse over there. I want to hear from our Fumble family. Do any of those hot takes speak to you? Or if you have a hot take of your own, why don't you go ahead and drop it in the comments section? Would love to hear it.